Hi, welcome back. So for this episode, I'm going to show you about 5 different options that you can go ahead and lay out your finale boards for your 200 gram and maybe some 500 gram or mega gram cakes there. This first option I'm going to show you is just kind of utilizing a straight vertical at the very beginning. So you can set it off, you can light your fuse and just kind of go slow one by one. Then you kind of can expand it and utilize the two angled boards that will kind of give you a nice little V pattern as you're firing them off. And you can do those simultaneously. You pick up the pace and then kind of slow it back down again. Or if you wanted to, you can use a little bit faster fuse and then transition into your 500 gram or 350 gram, but your larger cakes that you can utilize on the board. And you can see from this side setup, it's a very simple layout. It's one of many that you'll see in this video. Again, the great thing about using these type of finale boards is you can create, and then once you get your plans laid out, you can start your shopping. So then on this one, what you're going to see here is you're going to see pretty much I'm using almost the exact same thing. But if you buy a family pack, they do come with a lot of fountains. So you have the option just to, by moving two boards and kind of angling, gives you a whole different configuration to where you can set it up to where you run your fuse from right to left or left to right, go from one board to the next board. If you really wanted to, you can really kind of set it up and do angle, firing both directions. So you can put your fuses there, maybe set up 200 gram, and then go to your angle, run your fuse right down the middle, so you get kind of a nice little explosions both left and right, kind of a V pattern. And then of course from there you can again transition to your 500 grams, your mega grams, or 350, but the larger cakes. You can see it again, doesn't take up a lot of room, but it gives you a little bit more flexibility. So this is really a good second option that's available by utilizing these finale boards. Okay, and here's a third option, which again, if you're, depending upon what kind of space you have and what kind of effect that you want for your audience, you got your first board that, again, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and set that front board for fountains. I like cone fountains personally, so I wouldn't mind lining those up and kind of setting them off both directions. So you have a stream of about 3 or 4 cone fountains going at one time. You can do a little bit slow, and then do your 2 angle all at the same time, so you can have really 3 pieces, and then transfer that into your 300 gram or your mega gram or 500 gram at the very end. So again, yet another different option that you can have. Again, planning's the key to it, and how long you have this particular piece or show is going to depend upon your fuse time. So be sure to check out the end of the video where we kind of give you a nice little graphic on the fuse times and what you can expect utilizing the 2-foot boards, and then another video of the 3-foot boards. So, and here's another option. Now this one I added another mega gram, or the 500 gram is what I call them, finale boards, where I kind of start off and I'm going to kind of start off really kind of cool and do a little angle before hitting to the vertical. So I run my fuse right down there, and then I continue on and do my straight shot, and then transfer over and have 500 grams. So you actually would get a larger explosion from the 500 grams, and then yet smaller ones right in the middle. So you kind of get layered in the sky, the different fuse options. So you kind of can see from here how just moving a couple boards, adding a different piece to it, can make it a little bit more creative, more exciting, heart pumping piece to your show. And of course, if I really wanted to, I can reverse it, so I can run it from either direction. So again, another options. So it's always best to plan before you actually go buy. And then on this one, kind of the same thing. I start off with my angle, just a kind of little teaser. Maybe I might use a 30-second per foot there, so I'm not having everything go off at one time. So I can use 30-second per foot on that one. And since I'm going to go straight down the middle with my, just like I'm showing here, straight down the middle with my fuse, then I can go over and maybe do a little bit faster fuse there. And then transition into my large cakes on the back. Or I could, utilize a shorter fuse and have them all going off, so that way you've got, your fireworks going off at different layers in the sky, because of course obviously the 200 grams aren't going to go as high as the 500 grams. And again, it doesn't take up a lot of space. This is a kind of a unique piece, and the great thing about all these, and you're going to see in a later video, is I can put these in with my reloadable racks and all the other different racks that will give you really put on a really impressive show for your guest, and really simplify your setup time. And I'll show you those in later videos as well, on how to set up these finale boards. Okay, so here on this one, I added a third megagram or 500 gram. So you've got really, the larger ones, you've got megagram, which is about 350 grams. They're larger than the 200, but not as big as the 500. So again, you can do the angle 200 and then do a megagram in the middle, so you kind of can set it off. Those megagrams are going to last a little bit longer, so you use a slower fuse on those and maybe a faster fuse on your angle. Transition again into a straight vertical 200 gram, and then again you're back to your 500 gram or megagram on the ends. Now each one of those 500 grams will hold two 500 gram or megagram size size fireworks. So if you get the larger ones, you may be restricted to one, but they will definitely hold two. They're sized for that, so you can change and alter the timing of those just by turning where the fuse is and extending out your fuse. But it's yet one more option for you. And just to kind of show you this one, now I'm going to start getting a little creative. And I have my straight vertical. That's just going to, probably be a little small 200 grams, maybe some cauliflower pearls or something like that. Or I can turn it and kind of start it off with my fountains. Again, if I get a family pack, some fountains. Transition. On this one, you want to go right down the middle so they split. Transition to 200 grams. That will the fuse will kind of meet right back in the middle. And then look, I took one of my 10-piece standalone Roman candles, so I can load those up, and I can, just by moving that Roman candle rack, I can put it more towards the front, more towards the middle, so I've got explosions going off to the side with Roman candles going off. And then of course I took my three 500 gram finale boards, and I added a fourth one. So again, I can take the two smaller ones, put them in the middle, like the 350 or the megagrams, and then on the outside put 500 grams, so that way you get multi-layers on your explosion. So again, multiple options, so we can definitely plan out something for you, and then that way when you get to the store, you're set and ready to go. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for all of your instructional videos. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, V3 Pyro Designs. And then later this year, we'll be able to visit us at www.v3pyrodesigns.com, where presentation matters.